Okay, you're on screen now, by the way.
Okay.
You need to move him in here whenever you get the chance.
Yeah, we'll get him in here right now.
But yeah, welcome back, folks, to Keizathon, a fundraiser to help out Keizaron. And again, at this point, we've reached our donation totals, so all extra donations will go to PCF, Prevent Cancer Foundation. Up right now is A Hat in Time with Konasumi and Shockwave on co-commentary.
Alright, what's up, guys?
Hey, everyone.
Happy to be here today, helping out a good person by playing a really good game. Anyway, if you're right on time, we can start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, you can count down when you're ready.
I just counted down. Do you want me to restart? Not entirely sure what's happening here, but this is A Hat in Time. We're starting out in our spaceship here, and this mafia knocks on the door and sucks all the timepieces out of our spaceship, which act as our fuel. So the main story of the game is we have to go and get all of our timepieces back so we can go home. Pretty simple enough. This first world is called Mafia Town. It's a big island inhabited by these big dudes, all wearing suits, as well as aprons. And they're pretty mean.
So, the Kona, on his way to do this objective, he grabbed 2 pieces of yarn, and yarn is used to craft hats, which are basically your powers for this game. So, he grabbed 2 yarn on the way to craft the sprint hat. So now he has the ability to sprint and do sprint jumps, which that's huge movement tech that we're going to use like throughout the whole run. So, and then he also took a detour to get 5 pawns, because certain levels in this game require basically amount of coins or currency in order to buy the level. So he took a detour to get 5 pawns so he could buy this level over here.
For some reason, I didn't have enough pawns to go into.
1 short, okay. Alright, well, rerouting. Alright,
Yeah.
so do the ult now.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do it this way.
Yeah.
So this mission's called Barrel Battle. This is the first mini-boss of the game. And is one of the only boss fights we do in the run.
Yeah, so the boss has a couple phases. The first phase is he sends his minions after you, and it sort of teaches you that these Mafia have... Some Mafia have shields after you hit them 3 times with your umbrella, which is the attack button. And then you have to jump on them. And then this is just... You basically play Donkey Kong and just dodge barrels. Fun fact, there's actually like a sweet spot you can stand in, and the barrels don't hit you at all. So he can just stand here forever, and he will never get hit.
Yeah, you know my... The barrels are spaced out perfectly enough where they'll never hit me if I stay in the same spot, which is pretty funny. Normally I would use the brewing hat here to help speed things up a bit, but I would get that in She Came from Outer Space, which I couldn't quite do yet due to pawn limitations. Alright, now we're gonna take out the big guy. It works the same way as the other Mafia, but he has a bit more health, so takes a bit longer to defeat.
So whenever Kona's in the air, if you're above an enemy, you can press the attack button to do a homing attack, so that's why it looked like he just kind of got up in the air a little bit and then just like hugged the Mafia, because he actually did a homing attack to break the shield.
So one thing you'll notice as I do the run here is that there are 2 timers on the game feed. Those are the in-game timers, as well as the level timer. And all of these take out loads across all versions of the game, including those on consoles, which helps even out the playing field a bit, but PC is the fastest version of the game.
I always love a game that like acknowledges like differences like that and like has a good in-game timer. Those are some of the best speed games.
They actually worked with one of the live split developers to actually make sure that everything worked correctly for us during the beta, actually like years ago. So
that's actually amazing.
Yeah, so shoutouts to actually Jonas Karlev, who's the main developer for this game, for actually sitting down with one of them to do that. It helped us tremendously. So
And
Right, Kona did a trick there. Sorry.
Go ahead.
It's called ticket duping. If you get hit, you have a little bit of invincibility time. If you grab one of those tickets for the vault, you can actually dupe the item. So instead of collecting 3 tickets, you only had to collect 2. It's really weird, and it only works with 2 items in the game that we know of. So one of them's tickets, and one of them we just don't use in any run right now. Sorry, anyway, please continue.
But yeah, big shots to the entire development team for being very supportive of the speedrunning community. They're all amazing people, and they made a really good game, so definitely support it if you like 3D platformers. So in this mission, we spooked this guy a bit, and he wants to run away from us, and every time we spook him, he drops pawns. This element is luck-based, so it kind of sucks if you get bad drops, but you can make up for it in other parts of the level. Or the other parts of the chapter, rather.
Seemed like he was about average. He gave you 2 sets. You can get anywhere from 3 to 5, so obviously getting 3 every time is worse. That was kind of average, and it doesn't really have to do that much to get pawns for this.
This next level here is our first boss fight. The first real boss fight, not a mini-boss like we had earlier. We're going to be battling the head honcho, the big mafia boss. The act name, fittingly named, Down with the Mafia. This is actually a really fun level to speedrun too. You can do a lot of neat movement tech in it. Right there I could have gotten 2 Mafia in one swing, but you have to be in a pretty precise position for that. And now we're inside the Mafia base. So I'm gonna go up on a chair, hopefully not get canned by the Mafia.
Don't get canned, dude.
That is just the worst thing that can happen right here. That one
just,
almost
like,
got me.
They just throw empty cans at you, and it completely stuns you and stops you from doing anything, any movement. Oh, while he's just moving around and just kind of doing thing, a little fun fact is actually developers are really a fan of Smash, so they decided to add L canceling. If you remember that from Smash, that's a feature in this game because they said screw it, we want to add L canceling. So
That's awesome! Wow.
if you get bonked and you fall on the ground and press any of the face buttons, you can do it. It's pretty good.
I have no words.
Alright.
So that skip I did right there skips a little mini fight with the Mafia, but I accidentally got the cutscene. Also, big shoutouts to Chrism for that big raid.
Yes, thank you very much. For everyone that's new here, we are raising money for Keizaron's medical bills in his fight against testicular cancer, I believe. We've actually hit our donation goal at this point, so all remaining donations will go towards the Prevent Cancer Foundation. So we actually have a lot of incentives as well that still are needing to be met for like the 2nd and 3rd days. Currently, Hat in Time has an incentive for either saving Mustache Girl or killing Mustache Girl at the end of the game. Killing is in the lead, so if you want to like add more frames, they actually like add more frames, but if you want to donate towards a good meme, then you can go towards that bid war. There's plenty of other options, though.
To kind of elaborate on that a bit more, at the end of the game you can throw a timepiece down to Mustache Girl, or you can't. You have to make that decision, and oh no, I was too busy talking and forgot to get the setup there. But this will be a neat little opportunity to show off the Mafia ball.
I'll take the blame for this.
Nah, it's not your fault.
Alright.
It's all good. So yeah, he's doing the Mega Charge now. But we can just stand behind him and not have to worry about that at all. Ah, I couldn't get the setup there either. This is a pretty slow boss fight. And that's it. Rest in peace, Mafia boss.
Rip.
But yeah, what I should have done, when he starts the first Mafia Ball, if you get him to go on the left side of the stage, you can clip inside of him. And for some reason, when you do it with the Brewing Hat, he just falls through the floor and hits some kind of kill trigger. I don't know, it's the most bizarre thing I think I've ever seen, but it works. And it's quite fun. It's easy to pull off too. But yeah, those just coming over from Chrism's raid. This is a Hat in Time. It's a really good and fun 3D platformer. And it has a really cool speedrun. Uh-oh. Didn't quite get the setup I'm looking for. Gonna be doing a newish trick. Or this is called the double dupe. Let's see if I can get it. Got it. First try. Let's go.
Nice.
First try every time.
Yeah, so when She Came from Outer Space, he's doing the same thing. He's just doing 2 of those duplications at once, because there's 4 tickets, so we can actually skip 2 of them just by doing that.
And that right there was also another double dupe. But that's a lot easier to pull off than the first one.
Yeah, the first one, you need to get a lot of height, because just doing any sort of jump from any of the buildings won't get you enough to take damage. So we sort of abuse the balloon to get on the clock tower and then jump from the clock tower, and that's enough height that we can take fall damage, get those invincibility frames, and then dupe the tickets.
This next level here is the first time rift we're experiencing. This game has a bunch of secret stages known as time rifts. And if you've ever seen Mario Sunshine, they're very similar to those kind of levels, but they have a very unique spin to it, and a really cool art style. Gonna land in this pipe. Awesome. That's always fun to do.
Nice movement. There's so much movement in this game that's just like super fun to pull off if you can get it first try. Any of the riffs really qualify.
Yeah, going fast in this game is really satisfying because the movement's just so good. Hat Kid controls exactly the way you want her to at almost all times. It's really awesome.
Did you do an SDJ there?
Yes, I did.
Alright. Do you want to explain SDJs or want me to do that?
Yeah, if you can do it, that'd be good.
Sure.
So
there's a movement tech in this game that's heavily abused called sprint double jump. Normally when you sprint, you only get one sort of, like, we'll say, slightly better jump than just a normal jump. If you let go of sprint and within a certain frame window jump, you can maintain your sprint speed and get both of your jumps. So you can get much more distance comparatively to everything else. So just throughout the run, you can't really tell like all the time that he's doing it, but assume if he's sprinting, stops sprinting, and then jumps, he's trying to do a sprint double jump. So we'll be getting a ton more distance, and we'll be able to do a lot of jumps that weren't meant to be possible.
It's a really, really cool strat, and it's used in so many places during this run.
Yeah, there's like also so many extensions of that too. So there's sprint double jump, there's double sprint jump, there's also a thing called triple sprint jumping, which is insanely tight window. There's so many movement options in this game just for like moving and jumping alone. So let alone does it have like neat glitches and tricks, the movement tech is actually like super cool.
I'm gonna do a death warp right here so I can get closer to some of the other faucets I have to hit. The lore for this part is that the entire town's soaking in lava. And it's our duty to make sure it's not in lava anymore. Okay. When I hit the faucets, I gotta make sure my timing's right, so I can run away from it and it'll still count. It has to turn all the way for it to count. But you can speed that up a little bit by doing that. And hopefully I'll land on this one, please. Thank you. And after this we have one more faucet to get, which is in the same position here. And then I gotta make a break for it before the cutscene starts. Let me get over here. So now that all the faucets are turned off, Mafia Town saved, and we're gonna have a little party. Look at all the food we can eat. Including a timepiece. So that was the last main mission we do in Mafia Town for now. And we'll do one more rift before we move on to Chapter 3, which is Subcon Forest. You may be thinking, how do we get from Chapter 1 to Chapter 3 so quickly? And the reason we do that is, you can access Chapter 2 before Chapter 3, and it's a bit faster. And you can also get a weapon needed for Chapter 3, or for Chapter 2 in Chapter 3. It's a little weird, but it works out. We have to get the hook shot.
Yeah, each of the levels, or each of the chapters require a certain amount of timepieces. Very similar, if not the exact same, to how Super Mario 64 works with some of its doors, where you need a certain amount of stars at the beginning to unlock the doors. Same thing here, you need a certain amount of timepieces to unlock the doors to each chapter. So the first one is 4, the second chapter is 4, the third chapter is 7. So this is another one of those time rifts where it's just, this is all just movement tech. There's not really any glitches really here going on.
From here I have to do a little risky jump to get the timepiece. But thankfully it worked out. So after we're done with Chapter 3 and Chapter 2, we'll be going back to Mafia Town briefly to get one additional act. For now, let's go ahead and meet our friend the Snatcher. Or will we?
Maybe. I don't know. Snatcher's
possibly.
Snatcher's like my favorite character in this game besides the Conductor. Which we'll get to him later.
For those who played the game in chat, who do you like more, Conductor or Grooves?
It's Conductor. Team Picnic.
Team Grooves all the way, man.
Don't even try to fight me on this.
No, really. Grooves is objectively better.
No, Conductor is faster. It's been proven.
Yeah, but so what if it's faster? Who cares?
Sounds like we should have a donation set up for that. And don't make me be the tiebreaker. I know nothing about either.
Alright.
Anyway.
On a mushroom. Yeah, so the coming up is a huge thing called bag skip. This saves a good amount of time to get it first try, a little bit of time if you get it second try. There's normally a cutscene further down the hill where there's a trap that's laid for you and you just get sucked into this bag. So he's going to try to get a certain amount of height so that way he can jump over the trigger and actually skip the whole cutscene.
That right there, I messed up the save there. I'll go for it one more time before I do the intentional route.
Yeah.
This trick is definitely one of the hardest tricks in the game, but it's worth it because you save about 30 seconds because you skip a big cutscene. Yeah, whatever. I'll just go the intentional way.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool skip. I would recommend looking it up if you're interested.
Yeah, it is definitely one of the harder movements of the game because you have to do another movement tech called momentum SDJs where you have to just keep your speed because sprint speed is obviously faster than walking speed. You have to keep that sprint speed going with you through the jump. So he has to maintain his sprint speed, do a sprint double jump off of the top of a tree, which has a very small platform for him to jump on, and then continue to hold that sprint speed throughout, jumping across the entire other side of the trail that he's on to then get on a branch to then jump over the trigger, which is the only way we can get over that trigger is to get on that branch. So it's a really hard movement tech, and it's probably one of the more advanced tricks actually in the entire run.
So now we're gonna go to the village to sacrifice some paintings to the fire spirits. No big deal. One of the weapons in this game we can use are cherries, and if you ignite them, you can get some pretty explosive results by throwing it into things.
I see what you did there.
So yep, these paintings can be pretty finicky sometimes. you know, sometimes you throw them and they just don't go in. Barely miss it. Alright, gonna throw it into the wood here. I'm glad the painting went in, but I missed that jump I was hoping to get. Actually, I'm not gonna go for the Death Warp.
You're not gonna go for it?
Nah.
Nah.
But yeah, what I could do there is that I can skip having to go back to the spaceship by Death Warping from an explosive cherry. My timing wasn't very good there. But yeah, we meet the Snatcher again. We accept a new contract, giving us a new set of missions. And then we'll be on our way. The next level we'll be doing is called Subcon Well. This is one of my favorite levels to do. It's been a staple since the beta days of running this game.
Yeah, except for now we have a way to actually enter the well.
Right.
Unlike normally we just teleport in the well.
It's a lot more complete than beta.
With 100% less flying.
Unfortunately.
In the beta of this game, there's actually a run at HDQ done in 2016 if you want to watch that for reference, but there was a way that you could fly infinitely if you wanted. And you did that in the well to save half a second over just doing it normally. It was pretty good.
Alright. And try not to miss these two yarn here. That's a pretty cool thing you can go for. Oh, I messed it up. I gotta be careful not to get sucked into the swamp either. That's not good. Alright, got it. And get a vertical boost.
Yeah, so normally when you dive against a wall you can bonk, but there's like a weird angle in between that tree and the well that you can just fly up because it doesn't bonk you, so it just pushes you up and slides you up the ramp. There's normally a badge that lets you do that, so if we want to do that without the badge, we have to be very particular about the angles that we use, and luckily that's just one of them.
I can kind of cheese this a bit. I'm supposed to go on the hook shots, but I can just jump over there and get out of here early. Pretty neat thing we do. Now here's where it gets really fun. Gonna be doing a lot of sequence breaking here. Ooh, I barely got that. And now we're suddenly at the end of the well. Or at the top of the well. And let's break the ice. During the load screen, I'm going to spam the dive button to hopefully get some additional distance. I have a couple frame window where I can actually dive, which is interesting. No death warp. But yeah, definitely check out that HGQ 2016 run if you're liking this game so far. It's really fun. And the full game will be ran at SGDQ this year as well, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
The game's actually come a long way since the beta. Like, how long ago was that?
The beta?
That was 2015, right?
Huh.
I want to say it was almost 2014.
Wow, well, that's like, whoa.
I thought 2014 was alpha.
I could be entirely wrong.
Yeah,
I'd say 2015 sounds about right. It would be my junior year of college, so actually, yeah, be the beta. Oh yeah, because I was on a vacation when the beta released and I was playing in the hotel room. I remember that now. I didn't go to...
Yeah, cause like people were running like that last level. I remember like, and putting times on speedrun.com at some point. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, this game has it's had a pretty strong community ever since the alpha and beta builds.
Yep.
And a lot of us still stick together. Nice big happy family.
It's really cool.
But yeah, this was one of the games that really got me into speedrunning, and I've always had a big passion for it. It's so much fun. I would recommend it to everybody, even as a casual experience. It's a really good game. So coming up here, we're going to be going through Vanessa's Manor. But we're doing it a little bit differently. So instead of actually going into her house like any normal person would do, we would just crawl into a hole. Now we're in the attic. We're at the end of the level right here. This is it. This is the end of the level. So the story, this has a really funny story. I'm gonna explain it. Basically in beta we were all making memes about skipping this level because it was really long and kind of slow to do in a speedrun. It's a really fun level, but you know, in a speedrun it's a bit slow and it was kind of annoying at times. So without asking us, without telling us, the developers just did their own thing and put in a little hole we can crawl through that skips the level. They did that without us directly asking. It's really funny. And it really impacts how the route is currently, because it's a really long level. I'd say it's about maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Coming up here, I am doing the village rift here. I'm doing things a little bit out of order, it seems. But hey, that's fine. The order doesn't really matter.
Mind me, I swear I'm okay.
It's all good. I was covering you. This rift is also fun because you get to do a lot of precision platforming. Especially with cookies. Do you guys like cookies? I love cookies.
Did you explain the controversy about the cookies?
Oh,
right before the game came out? So right before the game came out, there was a speedrunning preview that was done as sort of like a competition. During the middle of the competition, they changed the cookies for these red ice platforms that did the same function as the cookie. There was like a huge rally to get the cookies put back in the game because the community was so bad that they took out the cookies.
I mean, rightfully so. Taking cookies away from any game is it's a crime.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, Vanessa's Mansion, it's different from any other level in the game because it's pretty much a horror level. It's very scary.
Mind if I take the floor for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, we don't have any donations at this time, but I want to take a quick moment to read off some incentives that we have, like, coming up in the next couple of days. So, beyond this, we have a Mario Luigi Partners in Time incentive that's at $12.80 that can reach $50. That's for all the extra falafel cutscene. We have air control, which has not been met at all yet, and you all need to meet that if you're really interested in seeing some really good anime cutscenes in this totally accurate flight simulator game.
As someone who's played Air Control, let me tell you, it'll be worth it. You have to donate.
It absolutely is worth it. All donations, by the way, since we have met our goal of raising funds for Keizaron's hospital bills, are going to the Prevent Cancer Foundation at this point. Both want to see more cool stuff. I mean, so if you want to see more cool stuff, go ahead and donate. Beyond that, Tony Hawk's Underground, the bonus split mission, has not been given a single dollar yet, so definitely get those donations in if you want to see some more cool video game stuff. Never a shortage.
So yeah, if you noticed there, I died. I was trying to get a hook shot, but unfortunately didn't quite work out. I have to be a certain height to grab it, and my cycle wasn't that great. Hey, we're almost done with Subcon. We just have one more mission to go, which is nicknamed the Counter-Strike Global Offense Act.
You said that just for me, didn't you?
No, that's what I always refer to it as CSGO. But yeah, for this level I'm using mouse and keyboard because we're going to be doing some precision mail delivery here.
Hat in Time becomes an FPS for this one level.
So we have to deliver mail to all the minions. Not the illumination minions, but... Oh, I missed the first one, not the second one. What? There we go. There's a mail route we have to take, and it's pretty fast if you can do it all correctly. It's also really satisfying to move fast here.
Dude, you gotta get your flicks.
Yeah, being good at Counter-Strike will definitely help you out here.
Okay.
Wow, I missed the actual easiest one. But yeah, that's it for Subcon. We will not be coming back here. Unlike Mafia Town. So now we're moving on to Chapter 2. I don't know what's going on with Shockwave. He's losing connection.
I think technology hates me today. I don't know what's going on.
It's all good, man. So chapter 2, this is about the Conductor and Grooves, and they're making movies, and they're competing for award 42. That's kind of the main thing surrounding this act, is that and their competitive nature. So we're going to be going through a movie studio, trying to sneak our way through without getting caught, hopefully. Uh-oh. Can I still make that? Ah, I didn't get that. This level is also stealth. You gotta be careful not to get into the sight of the penguins here. Or the owls. If you get noticed, you'll die and you'll have to restart the last checkpoint. This level is really broken too. You can do a lot of interesting sequence breaks. There's gonna be a big one coming up, actually. I will be taking advantage of a death warp right about now. So now we're over here, and then if we go this way, skip some more stuff, jump on this electrical box, skip some more stuff here, jump across here, go under the speaker, and we're at the end. But not before we have a quick conversation with the best character of all time, DJ Grooves.
That's objectively wrong.
It's right, and you know it.
It's
right. It's right.
Actually, forget objectivity. It's subjectively wrong.
Don't fight me on this.
No, Conductor over Grooves any day.
Grooves
Conductor is
better.
faster, so he's better.
So what? So what? He's better.
Break it up, you two.
Hashtag Team Pac-Man.
Hashtag
okay, so
Grooves. Don't listen to him.
Don't poison the youth.
No, it's not, Kine. Because you get a fine no matter what you do once you enter the movie studio.
Yeah, it's impossible to avoid the 7,000 pawn fine. You can avoid all the other ones, you just can't avoid that one.
Some of the fines are pretty clever. You can get fines for assaulting cactuses, which is a big no-no. So this is Murder on the Owl Express, and it's all a big murder mystery. All the acts from here on out are pretty much movies. And we have to figure out who done it. So I'll be getting a key, making sure I get this yarn too. Wow, can I get this? There we go. So we're gonna
have a little trouble with that yarn, are you?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing.
I know it's hard to run into like a parked car, but like, you know.
So yeah, we got a phone call from some weird guy who tells us to go to the back of the train, and somebody died. And we have to figure out who it was.
It was you, wasn't it?
We'll have to see about that. You never know. Could be anyone on this dang train. So yeah, like the first one, we have to avoid the crows. Wow, I missed that. And I got caught. Everything went wrong.
So actually what like Kona is doing here is he's doing another sequence break. Normally you're not supposed to get to this platform until you go to a different room in the back, but you can actually, there's no invisible wall there that's blocking you from going up and hitting the button, so you can skip grabbing a couple pieces of evidence before going into the main room. And actually in current patch they fixed that, so it's one reason we play on 1.0.
What you saw right there was not a splice. I'll tell you that straight up front.
Yeah.
That was not a splice. I'm not a dirty cheater.
Yeah, that room just warps you. If you just after like being in there for like 5 or 6 seconds, something like that, you just get warped back to the starting position because you did something out of order. So the game's really confused. So it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna put you back. So you can make it to the next room before you get warped. It's just really hard. Also another neat movement tech there. You're not supposed to be able to make that jump, but you can stand on the door frame and make the jump across.
So we went through the entire express and we don't have any clues. So the only suspect we know of is the conductor. So let's frame him for it. Turns out he was actually the one who killed the owl. But the owl's not actually dead. It's all it's a movie. It's a movie, guys.
Nice movie.
Good movie. And after every level here, you have a bunch of credits to go through that you can thankfully speed up. This next level will be taking place with our boy Grooves, called Picture Perfect. And it is our mission to become a max diva and become very popular online.
You gotta meet all your fans.
So each one of those little Grooves tokens allows you to do some sort of unique event, and those help you get a lot of fans. We'll be doing another one of those coming up.
Yeah, there's a couple ways that you can get fans. One is just by walking by the guys with question marks on their head. One is getting your picture taken, and the other one is endorsements. And endorsements are by far the best way, although they take forever because they have dialogue attached to them and some other stuff. But pictures are pretty good to get fans as well.
Yeah, look at that. We have almost 6,000 fans. I think we'll hit Twitch partner pretty soon.
We've already hit affiliate at this point.
Okay, we're Max Diva.
Yeah. You're definitely fully primed for partnership at this point.
Let's go. Yeah, that was fun. That's always a fun act to play. This next one is a timeless classic within the Hat in Time community. It's called Train Rush. And I'll explain a bit when I enter what's going on here.
I'm just shocked that was the first time pun we've had. Carry on.
Puns are not my strong suit.
Hatsune Miku.
Oh, jeez.
Ugh.
Yeah,
So basically,
sorry.
You can go ahead, actually. I need to focus.
I was gonna say, yeah, this was the level that required a hookshot. So, like, he needs to go through Chapter 3. At least he needs to complete Subcon well in order to go get the hookshot before he can do this level. Other than that, it's just a rush of platforming and just hope that you don't fall into the acid. There's a timer in the bottom right. You, like, don't have to worry about it at all. There's no way ever going to take you like that long, and if so, you can grab the time extension clocks that are floating around.
So now we're on top of the train here. I'm not going for train skip. No way. I'm not good enough for that yet. But I can do a
doesn't
little
exist on
SDJ.
this version, though.
What?
Train skip doesn't exist on this version, though.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, it exists on console.
Oh, my bad.
There's a weird trick with where one of the platforms starts higher than it's supposed to, and you can basically, doing perfect movement, clip onto it and skip going over that gap, and it saves like 7 to 10 seconds, something like that. It's really dumb, and for the speedrunning preview, it like made or break runs that were going for world record times.
Chakrat's saying it does exist.
Oh, it does exist?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah,
only consoles.
I thought I remember Chakrat doing it in his Keizathon run.
Oh, then never mind.
The plot deepens.
I want to make sure I'm crafting that.
Oh
the
no,
right
I know what
path.
he's talking about now. Okay, never mind. I had to roll back the years for a second to think about that.
Shout out to the old train skip from beta.
Oh,
The best skip in the world.
No, that one was awful.
Yeah, it's 12 FPS, and if you mess up one little thing, the run's over. Sounds good to me. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh right, I don't have the brewing yarn hat. I forgot that too. I probably need that. Yeah, I got it. I need that to get through here. What am on Earth? What on Earth? Let's just pretend that didn't happen. So yeah, this verse is pretty cool. We're abusing some checkpoints as well as depth warping. I can get a checkpoint early right here. And I hopefully can get an SDJ off that platform. Make our way over here.
So he's heavily making use of SDJs in this level to get the extra distance so he can skip a bunch of sections. Doing a homing attack off an enemy resets your double jump, so he's able to skip a little bit of going up the other wall. That's one of the most fun time rifts to optimize for movement, just because it's really quick after you get the early checkpoint. Because then after that point, it's a lot of SDJs and making sure that you kind of chain your movement correctly in order to get certain jumps that otherwise you wouldn't be able to hit.
So right here,
And
I'm doing a rift again. The train rift.
Thank you for delaying the inevitable horror of the next level.
Oh man, big parade. Let's go.
That level is just too strong. Oh, nice block, by the way. What did you do?
I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, this
is my
gonna be
least
fun.
favorite time rift. This one sucks.
It really, I don't like this one. This
It's
has,
just really easy to fall off, and there's no good checkpoints. Like, he got a checkpoint there, but that still gets him back to the beginning of the stage. So he has to redo like a bunch of stupid SGJs, and it sucks. This is my least favorite.
Yeah, it's if you mess up on it, it's just so much time lost.
Oh,
gotta be
nice
really-
safety checkpoint there.
I always make sure to get that because one time I lost a run because I didn't get that checkpoint when I could have, and I've always made it a priority to get it.
Safety strats.
The best strats. Ah, that was weird. I'm glad I didn't fall off.
Oof.
You gotta be very careful when ascending this giant gear tower.
You're just abusing the height of the light pole, because the height of the light pole gives you just enough height that you can do a wall climb, which I don't actually believe we explained wall running. If you just jump into a wall, you will just run up the wall for a little bit. There's no buttons you have to hit or anything. If you just jump at it, you'll just start running up the wall. It's not like wall jumping like Mario where you just jump off of it. You actually go up it a little bit, which is really cool for chaining certain movement types together.
Here we go. The best level. Big parade. Let's go.
So, like, casually, this level's totally fine. Don't get me wrong. But as a speedrun, this level sucks because it's so long, but it has so much power of it as a level while it not being fast. Because this does 2 extra things besides getting him the original timepiece, or the timepiece for this level. Number 1, when he completes this level, he unlocks another time rift, which is really short, so that's good. And then number 2, it unlocks the finale, which for this particular run is super short. So not only is it like a long level that we want to get rid of, it has a lot of utility for it in particular. So you spend about 5.5, 6 minutes doing this level along with the other 2 sections to get 3 timepieces. There's just no way to make that up in any other real section. There is another route that's really close to doing Big Parade, but again, it's still way too useful of a level to skip it, and it's just, I hate this level so much.
Thankfully, I'm going to be doing a strat that makes things a little easier here. If I use the ice hat, I can just sit in one place and I don't have to worry about them hitting me for a bit.
It's cheating.
Literally cheating.
What are we up to on the cheating counter at this point?
Well, see, now this section is actually not timed. So the entire level is like basically an auto-scroller with a couple timed events in the middle of them. This is one of them where he has to do this as quickly as possible because this is not timed.
So the reason why I get the ice hat as early as I do is because I'll be using it to get a death warp at the end of the stage here, which is really cool. So...
Oh yeah, the death warp is insanely cool.
Yeah. So I think I'll just chill out here for a bit. I have enough funds.
So I don't know if you knew this, Coney. There's actually a way you can get out of bounds in this level.
Really? How do you do it?
Yeah, back where the endorsement was, where you sit in the alleyway, there's a wire you can jump on, and if you jump high enough, you can just jump on a building and go out of bounds.
Amazing.
Yep.
Do we have time for a donation?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright. Dr. Hops donated $6.90. Having lost a friend last fall to colon cancer and having cancer in my in-laws' family, I understand how it feels when it hits close to home. Glad to see everyone banding together for a friend. Donation goes to name the Fire Red Leaf Green Squirtle, Pulsey Cute. Thank you very much for your donation. Your money's going towards a great cause in the Prevent Cancer Foundation.
Alright, coming up here we'll be doing the second phase of this mission here. Just gotta get ready. What? What? Okay, I can't remember which one's the sprint hat.
It's the ladybug, it's a cute hat.
Dino hat, best hat.
I have no opinions on this fight.
Dino hat is objectively the best, you know.
Yeah, there's skins for some of the hats and their hat abilities. So the sprint hat has one of them where she just wears like this dinosaur that like looks like she's stitched together, and one of them, the one he has on, is just a hairband that's just a ladybug. And people fight constantly over what's the best skin for the hats.
Oh, oh my goodness. Oh. Oh,
Kona, don't break my heart. Don't break my heart.
Oh, I'm not gonna be ready for Death Warp. Heck, I can't show
Kona,
it.
Stop breaking my heart, dude.
Oh man, that was intense.
What are you doing?
Oh boy. If I died right there, that would have lost me a lot of time. Very scary. Like, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds.
He's just trying to build dramatic tension in an otherwise boring level. Why do you do this, Conan? Why do you do this?
I didn't mean to. Just
sure.
one thing led to another. What? Alright, can I actually remember to sprint hat? There we go.
That's Hat Kid's hat. Try again. There you go.
Hey.
I know it's not the terrible hat, but you know, whatever. They're all terrible to me. I have no opinion on this. I just enjoy watching people bicker over it because it's so cute and pointless.
I don't understand how people can like Ladybug over Dino. Dino is so cute.
By the way, this is a really hard to do SDJ because you have to get a lot of distance from this, otherwise you won't be able to make the jump. And not bad. Good job.
Yeah, second try.
There's not a lot of room on there to get that going. Here's going to use a platform that's going up to get a lot of extra height. It just increases his Y velocity, so he can get up a lot higher than normal. And then stand on this chain link fence to skip just doing an extra puzzle that you wouldn't have to normally do while the band's following him.
You know, we're coming up to the end of the run. There's not much left to do. We just have to announce the winner of the Award 42.
Oh, RIP Remix.
Rest in peace.
Oh.
So yeah, let's see who won. Looks like they're tied.
How?
They're tied.
How did you do that? How did
Conductor
you do that?
won. Oh my gosh.
Dude, Conductor, I told you, it's the best character.
No.
Hey, you just saved like half a second because you had one less text box. Enjoy the time save. You're welcome. How did you do that?
Perfectly tied.
Perfectly even.
Perfectly tied.
Coda.
What are the odds? I think that award ceremony is rigged, to be honest. So yeah, like I said earlier, we're coming back to Mafia Town. We're going to be doing Cheating the Race, which is a pretty fun act. It's also pretty hard. Going to go up to the Mafia dude in the rocket, and let's rock.
Yeah, so normally you're supposed to go all the way to Chapter 4 to unlock an extra hat to then open up, or to then to do this level legitimately, which stops time and you can do all this other stuff. But if you have really good movement, you can actually do it without having that hat. It's just really hard.
Nice, I golded by about a second there. Good stuff. So next up is the last level until the finale of A Hat in Time. It's gonna be another rift. Okay, I know what I'm doing. There we go. I'm not used to the hat rotations with the ice hat in it so early on. So in this level, there's going to be a bunch of Elvis birds that are trying to destroy us. We have to avoid them. They don't hurt you, but they have incredible amounts of knockback.
It's just the probably most annoying character in any of the rifts because they just completely destroy you. Uh-oh. Oh, they also move really fast. So if they see you, they're more than likely going to hit you. Ooh, slick movement there.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Not bad at all. Oh, I got the rarest hat of them all. Thor's cap.
Oh, yo, got a red.
Here we go!
So for this brief part, we're playing as Mustache Girl, who invades our spaceship and takes all of our timepieces to basically change time for the worse. And we'll see how in just a minute here. And I lost signal to my monitor for a second there. Please don't happen again.
Don't die.
So this is where the finale is, up in Hat Kid's attic. It's also where the Roach Cave is. Home to everyone's favorite roach, Arking.
The secrets have been revealed. There's an Easter egg in the attic. If you want to go find it, go find it.
It's a really good Easter egg.
I'll give you a hint though. You need the camera. I won't tell you anything else.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
So finale here is incredibly broken. I'm gonna be doing a lot of weird stuff here that I'd like you to explain, Chuck.
Yeah, sure. So, fun fact, there's just straight up a hole in the corner of the map that you can just jump through. It's great. So right here, there's just a hole. So you can just climb through this hole. Then you can wall climb up this because that wall extends just barely out enough that you can wall climb between them to scale up to the top of the room. Then when he gets up to the top, he's gonna get on the roof, do a slide, and then, or do a dive, and then try to slide onto the roof like this, so that way he can run and then get a little bit of extra speed for the dives. That way he can just basically fly to the end of the room, quote unquote. He's also going to be dodging a couple invisible walls and other sections here, so if you see him doing like weird movement or any sort of small adjustment, it's because there's walls here that he has to avoid, and eventually he'll have to actually slide back up because there is a wall that you just can't avoid. So it's really weird. So there you go. And you just slide to the end of the level. It's great, and it's really dumb. This is one of the first things that they fixed. So there's just straight up a hole in the corner of the map, and you can just walk to the end of the level.
It's amazing. And to emphasize, you don't clip through anything. There's an actual hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Not the first game I've seen you run, Kona, where you just kind of like go over the entire map to the end.
So like also, so this is a big, it's sort of a big deal because we skip 8 yarn to get a hat that's required. So if you saw the lock on it before you selected the level, we're skipping a required hat. So it actually saves a lot of time to skip it, or to do this skip. But also luckily, so he's out of bounds, but he needs to get inbounds. He can hit this cutscene trigger, which extends just barely out of bounds to get back in bounds. And we know the developer that did that, and it's thank you very much for that, for doing that on accident. But now it's time for the boss fight. So there's like a couple phases to this. There's this pre-room throne room phase. It's just you gotta get hit her a couple times. It's pretty easy to dodge. Oh, free dump. Oh, the triple! You could have had the quad, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Kona, please. Wow.
I can't believe I survived that.
Did you just like fight her like it was a bull in a Jeez. Kona, please. Stop doing this. Alright, also, I'm sorry for the Twitch bitrate. It's about to die. Yeah, it's 100% dead. Sorry. Good luck to anyone trying to see this. So yeah, so this fight, she has a couple of attacks that she can do. So one of the things, when she goes in the air, he's going to take out the brewing hat because the brew spell will actually track to her a little bit. So if he gets to the right position, he can throw a potion at her. With the laser, he just has to get behind her, except for this is the key, the end of the first phase, so he needs to actually go to the second phase. So with optimal like movement, some of the attacks will take like 3 seconds at most because you can actually chain some of the brewing hats together. Although it's easy just to play it safe with the Mafia Ball in this case. You just let it come down after about a few seconds, and then you can just hit her again for free.
Also, big shoutouts to the Mafia Ball missing that one time. Good meme.
Yes, dude, I'm not even watching on Twitch, and my bitrate is garbage. I can't see anything.
No amount of bitrate can save this level. Okay, where is she at?
Alright, let's see what kind of cherry you get.
Oh, looking alright.
Yeah, this can range anywhere from 1 cherry to like 6, 7 cherries. It can get really stupid.
Ah, not looking that great. Or is it? Oh, heck. Let's go. Okay, now we're home free.
Oh, so that was a 2 cherry? That was really good. That's really good. A 2 cherry is
Not
like
bad.
decently rare. Like it's someone did the calculations for it of like how rare it is that you can get a 2 cherry, and that's like decently rare to get that.
So the lore, this cutscene's really sad.
Oh yeah, everyone like dies.
Everyone sacrifices themselves to help Hat Kid defeat the red-hooded girl. Also, this is your last chance to donate for the incentive, by the way.
Last chance for the save kill incentive for Mustache Girl here.
Yeah, you'll know when the run's over because the timer at the top will turn green, and then that's when it'll be cut off. But yeah, so he's getting like infinitely healed basically here, so he won't die. He's basically beat the game. He just has to hit her a bunch of times.
Wow, I can't get a single brew hit today.
Your game's off, man.
Oh. Are you serious? Are you serious, Mustache?
Dakota, please! Hit her!
I'm trying.
Well, this run doesn't beat my PB, so I'm at least a little less worried. There you go. Alright, so time's coming up.
Yeah, time's coming up. Cut off the incentive.
Green.
Alright, so we are having a build Mustache
and
Girl.
Time. 53? That's not bad.
Hold on.
It's alright, you got a bit of time.
Nope, that was for the Partners in Time cutscene.
Okay.
We're still killing.
We're still
I will read that in just a moment.
Okay.
So yeah, that was it. Mustache Girl no longer rules the world. The universe is restored to its former glory, and we have all our timepieces back. This is pretty much supposed to teleport us to, you know, the start of the game. We had all our stuff. All our fuel. However, the relationships we made along the way, those did not get reset. You'll see why in a second. Alright. What won the incentive? I need to know.
The incentive officially was one for Kill Mustache Girl.
So we're gonna destroy her.
Apparently so.
Let's not drop a timepiece down. So yeah, that's kind of a bit of a funnier cutscene. Just throws a timepiece away and shuts the window.
Ignore the fact that she's in space just opening, like having an open window, but you know, that's fine.
That's whatever. But, yeah, look at that. We're 10 minutes under estimate. It's pretty good.
Excellent. We need more runs without Caliber.
Good job,
Be good at video games.
Guess, do you mind if I quickly show off an Easter egg?
I'm not in charge of that. Sure, and if I get yelled at, then no.
I'll just start doing it. And if you want me to stop, then I'll stop.
I don't have permission, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. I like that mentality.
Yeah, if you don't want to, no worries. I know you guys are a little behind, but
alright.
Just in case, I'll start doing it. Alright, enable cheats, ghost, cam mode. This shouldn't take very long. Cam mode.
Were you cheating?
Alright.
Cheating. Confirmed, finally!
No cheating allowed.
Alright. Have a look at this. If we crawl through the hole in the wall, and we go through here... What's this? Could it be our king? It's him.
It's our king.
With a pencil, cookie, gear, some chemicals. And, big cheese block with a mafia stuck inside of it. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Thanks to our king for being amazing. Yeah, you can cut me off whenever you want. Big shout out to the Hoop Troop. Play this game, please. It's very good.
Before we cut back, I just have to read a donation here. We have $8.80 from EHW. 880 is OBB backwards, right? Good luck to all the runners. Love the Keizaron, and put this towards the frickin' beaning. Well, the frickin' beaning. Everybody with PIT Waffle cutscene. I hope that wasn't like a terrible reading. But yeah, thank you very much for the donation.
Alright. I'm gonna change restreamers now. Thank you all for watching. Stream's gonna drop for a second.